Hey, so this video is going to be about how to take care of your Mafex figure. So before everything else, I'm gonna show you my very old Mafex figure. So this is going to be like a statement that Mafex doesn't break if you know how to handle them. Though I agree for some that some figures does have a very worse QC issues like the 143. No, not the 140. It's 108, I believe, the comic paint one, which has a very fragile wrist joint. And other than that, most of the QC issue Mafex suffer is with paint. Um, yeah, and loose joints as far as I remember. Anyways, so as you can see, my figure is still squeaky, so it's not loose. All the parts are still the stock, so I haven't changed any of this, as you can see. It's still the original wrist peg there. Haven't had issue putting back the wrist, no, the hand. So yeah, as you can see, nothing is loose despite playing with it almost every day, and I haven't break any of it. So all of this are the stock from pre-pandemic. So the first release of this figure, the only thing that's new in here is the head. So I got this head from Farrell35. If you want to check his work, you can find his Instagram and get his store link from there. So yeah, I have a new figure in here, which is the Mafex Phoenix. So I'm going to unbox this and show you how to like move through every joints of Mafex to avoid breaking any of the parts in it. But yeah, it would be funny if I broke something in here, but I had a total of maybe 50 to 60 Mafex figure and I haven't got any broken figures out of the box. But yeah, that would be funny if I get it right now while doing a video. So yeah, give me a second. Here's the Mafex Phoenix. I'm a little late with this one because I just got back to collecting figures. I sold almost everything in my collection. I just got back half of it. So yeah, it's good. It's a good way to start showing how to treat the figure with a new one, because most of the joints from newer figures or like brand new figures are stiff. So I'm gonna show you how to handle the figures properly to avoid breakage. So let's just remove these plastics. Okay, so everything's being disassembled. I'm very familiar on how to disable Mafex without breaking anything. So, but it would be funny again to break something while doing this video. Okay. So let's start with the joints. Okay. So I'm not gonna put the head because this one has a very large head sculpt and would intervene while showing the figure and how to like go through it. Okay. So there are times that you'll get a figure that has a very stiff bicep swivel. So what you're gonna do, this is for every figure. It can be SHF, Mafex, or anything non-domestic to American brand. So this is just the best way to take care of the figures. So if you want, so let's say this figure has a stock bicep swivel. So what you need to do is hold it in here before you twist it. As you can see, it's a little stock. So avoid like twisting it only in this part. You should add like additional support in here and twist it, and there you go. So you have a better range. So for the elbow, yeah, just handle the bicep part and slowly twist or like bend the figure. There you go. So I really suggest the moment you get the figure is to move it to its maximum possibility or like capability when it comes to its articulation, so that every part of the joint gets the first time click. And yeah, so there you go. So it's much easier to move. So yeah, okay, so we're done with that. And now let's move to the leg part first. So let's go to the what do you call this? The wrist peg on the last part of this. Okay. So before the leg, let's just go to the butterfly. Make sure that your figure goes to the left and right with the butterfly joints to its full extent. So there you go. Make sure that it clicks for the first time. So yeah. Okay. So, well, you won't have many issues with this, with the torso joints and the lower torso joint. But most of the times you'll get like a very stiff one. So I'm gonna show you something later how to fix it. Okay, so for the leg, Mafex does this ball jointed leg connection. So there you go. As you can see, there's a ball joint over there. So what you need to do is just gently hold the figure in here. So add a support in here and twist it a little. Don't force it too much. Just apply gentle force into it and you would be able to click it. Okay, so I'm gonna do it for the other one as well. So yeah, so those are for the leg connection, so the ball joint. For the knee, for the first time, always hold it in here before you bend it. And always add a support when you're bending it back in here. So as you can see, there. So yeah, for the feet, just move it. Most of the feet joint doesn't have issue, so it's mostly the bicep, the butterfly, and the wrist that are having issues. Yeah, okay. So for the wrist, I'm gonna show you the Mafex wrist peg first. Please focus. Okay, as you can see, let me try this. Okay, as you can see, this wrist peg, this is the common wrist peg from Mafex. So it has this line, and you should always, whenever you're moving the figure, use that as a guide. So what I really suggest when moving the arm, or no, the hand, is use it. So bend it a little and move it to the side to avoid breakage, because there are times that I don't have a figure to sample it, but there are times that this figure, this joint is very stiff to this arm part. So what you need to do is, so let's find, okay. So as you can see, so this is a two-part joint. So this one, the one on the left has the connector to the arm. No, the hand, I mean. Sorry, I kept saying that wrong. Okay, the connection to the wrist or the hand is this one, and this one is the blank one, which is connected to the arm. So what you need to do before adding the hand you're gonna use is bend it a little, apply a force on this left side in the middle of this point and this one. So there, just add a little pressure over there and make sure that you click the peg and releasing it from being stuck. So do this very slow and very gently, because most of the times people tend to break their wrist pegs because of forcing it to be like going sideways if it's stuck. So what you need to do again, just a quick run through, is apply a little force in the center of this ball and this pin. So basically where my nail is at right now. So there. So that's how you carefully bend or like move your wrist peg. Okay, so I hope that one clears up a little. And as much as possible, always use, let me zoom it back again. Okay, when you're bending the figure, always use the part clockwise. Yeah, wait, give me a second. So yeah, clockwise. Always rotate your pegs clockwise, because your figure has a better support. No, clockwise it wouldn't be a good way to like demonstrate this. Maybe always push the part wherein this pin is connected to. So let's say right now it's on the left, so I'll push it down. Always move it to the side where sorry, this ball is connected to the arm. Okay, and avoid doing it in reverse, because as you can see, this wrist joint is very fragile because it's very little. um, Avoid doing it like moving it to the left if it's like this, because it would probably break if you exert a wrong force into it. Yeah, so for the knee joint and every stiff joint, um, I'm not sure if this is possible in here. So let's try another figure. I'll use my Spider-Man. Okay, if the case that you're having is this figure is very squeaky or like tight, I highly suggest using a silicone shock oil. So I got this from like a China supplier from our local shop. It's called silicone shock oil. It's being used for RC cars, I believe. So I use 350 CST because this one is a sweet spot for me. It's not too smooth or like what do you call this, slippery, but not too tight as well. So apply a little in here. So use a toothpick. So let's say I'm gonna get this. I'll just use my cutter for this. So apply a little on the tip of your, let's say this is just a toothpick. Apply a little on your toothpick and add it on the figure. So this could be applicable to most Mafex figure, but the Phoenix has a different joint for the elbow. So apply, so let's say this is a toothpick and you have an oil on the end, and apply a little to the end of the joints, or like the opening of the joints. Once you applied it, just move it softly and gently back and forth until the oil gets in the joint. That way your figure won't be too tight. So having a very tight figure with this build would break the figure as well. So your figure should be not too tight but not too loose. Well, having it loose is better than having it too tight. Anyways, for the knee, so at the back of the knee, it's the same one as this part. So what you need to do is do the same. Apply an oil to any like pointy stuff and apply it there, and move it back and forth. So this figure has a very sweet spot for being tight and being loose. So it squeaks, but it's not too tight. Okay, so that's for most of the joints. Now, if you're having an issue with a joint that's very loose, you just need a, what do you call this, any receipt from a store. Let me get a very loose figure in my collection. Give me a second. Okay, so this is my Venom figure, and this figure has a very loose leg. I already fixed it, but either way, I'm gonna show you how to fix it. So I'm gonna move this aside, So what you need to do to remove the leg is apply a force on this part of the leg. Give me a second. There, apply a little force in this part, and push it backwards. Oh, there you go. So it's easy to dismantle Mafex figure if you know how to handle them. So what you need to do is get the receipt and remove a little piece of it. So let's just use this little piece and just pull it there. I'm going to use there, and just put back the joint. And as you can see, the figure is a little stiffer than what it used to, without using like I know most people use like the Kiki solution, so I think it's a wax thing, like a glue wax. I'm not sure how they made, but I believe it's made with super glue mixed with a water wax or something like that, and that's how you make it in a little water. Anyways, instead of using those chemicals which might break like um, some parts of the plastic or like damage the plastic, it's better to use a paper which wouldn't harm your joints. Well, over time, using the wrong chemicals for plastic would break it for sure. So, yeah, that's how you handle Mafex figure. So for the loose joint, get yourself this one, the silicone shock oil. It can be any brand as long as it lubricates your figure and it's meant for plastic. And for loose joints, you just need a paper or maybe like plastic like this. And yeah, that's how you take care of your Mafex figure, because it's been years I've been collecting Mafex figure in and out. I buy figures, I sell my figures in and out. I used to have a lot of Mafex figures and I haven't got any broken at my end. And so if you want to, let's say your figure again is tight in here, just use a silicone shock oil, dismantle it, just apply the proper support whenever you're pulling something. So let's say you're gonna pull this, apply the pressure on the here, and just pull it out like what I did earlier. So yeah, I've seen debates that Mafex has their figures very fragile, yada yada. Well, the figures themselves are intended for collectors and not children. That's why they are not that gummy, or like the plastic is very fragile, because Mafex uses a very premium like material when you let's say hold it, unlike Marvel Legends, which is for the children's or like the kids slash for adults as well. So those figures are intended to be played with by child and an adult. That's why their figures are made to hold for a long time, even through rough play. But Mafex, you need to take care of them, and not just Mafex, even SHF, Mesco, and the other toy line as well that is said to be premium other than the Marvel Legends. So yeah, I hope this video helps. I'm not going to make a review of this because I'm pretty sure I'm very late to the party. I believe this release like 3 months ago, 4 months ago. So I'm not going to make a review. Maybe for the 2099, I'm going to make a review because I'm still waiting for that figure. So yeah, hope that helps. So thank you so much.